Now, Greece, Cyprus and Israel have signed a deal for a pipeline designed to move gas from the eastern Mediterranean to Europe. The EastMed line is intended to provide an alternative gas source for energy-hungry Europe. The 2,000-kilometre pipeline will transfer up to 12 billion cubic metres a year from offshore gas reserves between Israel and Cyprus to Greece and then on to other countries in southeast Europe. It's expected to provide around 10% of the EU's natural gas needs. The move comes amid tensions with Turkey over its own activities in the area. Well, for more on that deal, we can speak now to Gabrielle Mitchell, a policy fellow at the Mitvim Institute in Jerusalem. Well, thanks for taking time to speak to us here on the programme. Well, on the face of it, this looks like a good deal. Some might say more gas supplies for energy-hungry Europe, and perhaps it may even bring some political rivals closer around the table. So what's not to like in this?
Yeah, Happy New Year, Tux, first of all, and thanks for having me on. I think that the first thing that we need to say is that this is perhaps the pinnacle moment after 10 years of engagement between Israel, Cyprus, and Greece to strengthen their relations, both in the field of energy, but also in other fields, education, tourism, and, of course, security. So it's a historic moment and one that has taken a long time to be realized. At the same time, this is a political statement by the three parties. It doesn't guarantee that the pipeline is going to be realized. In order for that to happen, you need a lot of money to be invested into this project. We're talking about a pipeline that, as you mentioned, would be the longest undersea pipeline in the world, at an estimated 6 billion euros in cost. The European Commission is engaged in a feasibility test to see whether the gas, upon arrival to Italy or elsewhere in the European Union, would compete with other natural gas sources. And of course, there are technical challenges as well. You had just segued to me after talking about Turkey and Turkey's involvement in the region. Turkey very much feels like it has a stake in what happens in the future of Eastern Mediterranean energy. And part of its decision to engage in Libya seems to be also to drive a wedge between the three actors, Israel, Cyprus, and Greece, and their energy dreams.
Well, you're quite rightly there. It's saying that investment does still need to be secured. Billions are being spoken about at the moment, but what would be the environmental cost of this project?
Difficult to say. We're talking about a pipeline that would be running along the Eastern Mediterranean undersea shore, right? Under the sea, it's difficult to determine what the kind of environmental impact would be, but certainly in Israel, they've started to conduct serious work to understand what the environmental impact of natural gas development and transportation is. Certainly one of the technical concerns lies between Cyprus and Crete, where there's both significant low points in the seabed floor, but also an area that runs along a split in the Earth's crust. So these are some of the technical considerations, but certainly the considerations are vast, considering the fact that we're talking about a pipeline that would be laid underground and at great distances.